Okay, so I think this is season 2 as well. This is an ambulance that Steele's in the show. And so he would be here in the driver's seat. And basically the shot that was pitched to us, or what I was told to do, was a shot where the camera could look this way and then turn and look at him in the same shot. And I believe this window rolls up and down during the shot. In order to do that, where the camera looks this way and it also looks this way and the window rolls up and down, you obviously need some sort of remote head. So we pitched that. We said, you know, can you get us a remote head that we can put on the side of the ambulance? Yeah, sure, we'll get you a flight head, which is the same head that comes on the Russian arm that we're going to use the same day. Swell, easy peasy. But this is about 4 feet tall, and you can see how giant the flight head is standing next to him. It's a big head. It's not just a hostess trace type setup in this scenario. So we had about an hour pre-call. First thing we started doing was assembling this make a truss thing on top and ratchet strapping that. You can see the strap kind of there, and on the other side, ratchet strapping that on top of the box of the ambulance to pull it tight to the frame to give us some solid points to rig off of. From there, we came down with these 1, 2, 3 pieces of pipe that would ultimately give us the starting point for our platform down here that the giant flight head would sit on. Closer, we've got these downriggers right from the top, from this piece of truss essentially, and then we can build our platform out towards the front, and we can connect that to this step that was already in place on the ambulance. And we stuck some baby pins with, you know, 1/4-20 bolts through that, and then slapped some speed rail starters onto that, and we're able to come off of that to create our in and out movement, because our rigging, with any sort of camera rigging, you're gonna want to have a little bit of adjustability. About a foot up, a foot down, a foot left, a foot right. Not much, because we knew roughly where the camera was going to be, and this is such a large remote head that we can only give you limited adjustability, you know. Obviously more adjustability would be desired, but you know, this is what we could give them. So on our up and down, that's gonna be achieved on these uprights that come off of the truss. And then our in and out is achieved on the other side of these points that come off of the step. And then the left to right is achieved from putting a Mitchell pipe slider on these 2 pieces of pipe that run between our uprights and our in and out on the steps. And then the whole thing we sucked up. We added some fender hooks and some big ratchet straps, and even some speed rail kickers back to pull the whole thing into the rig. Over here you can see we've just added a piece of 4-foot pipe and an Astera tube, a grip head, and a tube holder. So here it is with the camera actually on it. You can see how large the camera actually is. It's kind of hilarious looking at it now, just how big this thing really is. So that's a Sony Venice 1 or 2, I really don't know, but this is a full-size human man next to this remote head. I mean, the thing is huge. And you can see ultimately we had to add some more things up here, and these are points for Teradeks and sound that we had to add. But I mean, this worked. They got the shot. It's not the most beautiful rig, but it was effective.